Tough one. Credit Vanderbilt, Coach Stackhouse and staff. I thought they were terrific. 10 of 21 from three gives you a chance on the road. Their ball security did enough to hold on versus a really loud crowd and some defensive energy. And we fought to the bitter end. I thought our press and our pressure late was a factor in giving us a chance. Played downhill in transition. But the way they shot it from three, the way they executed, especially with a lead, and they've got some adversity that they're dealing with. So it was a great performance by those guys. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you everything we did wrong. We played an SEC game against a good team and did play well enough. I thought they got most of the loose balls. Our attention to detail defensively failed us a few times, especially with Miles Studi, one of the best shooters in the country. We weren't good enough, unfortunately. With a great opportunity at home to bounce back after a really poor second half the other day, I thought I saw a lot of the same type stuff, and I didn't do a good enough job preparing these guys. We only gave up 8 offensive rebounds, but Muller Brown gets 6 of them. Our wall-up discipline, our physicality at the rim wasn't what it needs to be competitive. And we've been really good defensively. We weren't sharp enough defensively. We weren't connected enough to beat a team again of this caliber in this league that shoots it the way they did. Tough loss for us.
There was a couple of times in the second half. I know Studi missed the 3 free throws, and then Frank had the big alley-oop slam. Crowd was in it,
Yeah.
Might have chanted, but y'all couldn't answer. They, in their credit, I guess, responded and then kind of took control both times.
It got really loud in there, a few times, and we're really appreciative. I never want to be a big. I'm never going to sit here and talk to our fans a bunch because we got our work cut out for us, and this. I preach to our guys all the time about the exterior noise, right? And let's focus on what we need to focus on and pressuring Miles Studi and staying in front of the ball with Manjan and blocking out Malone and all those type things. But I will say I'm disappointed for our fans. I just am, because they came out and our guys earned the right. Our guys have worked and we've had some wins. We got a streak at home, and credit our guys because we've squeaked out some close ones and our guys have really worked hard. I'm disappointed for our guys. I'm disappointed for our fans, and I hope that they'll come back, continue to support us because it was rocking in there. It was a fun environment, and I wish obviously that they were rewarded, with the W. But Vanderbilt was just better than we were today.
It seemed like offense was hard to come by a little bit in the first half, and then Jabri got going. How big was Jabri? What he contributed today?
Well, we had no opportunities to get out in transition because we couldn't get any stops. We just couldn't, and it was an odd flow for us offensively. And they're unique defensively too. They're a little bit different. They do some things that make themselves unique to our league, and they're good. They're hard to prepare for. They're really good offensively, of course. Jabri was a bright spot. Our point guards, I want to say, were 10-2 collectively, 6-1 and 4-1. That was a big bright spot, of course. Not every decision was perfect, but really good ball security there, which led us to 16-12, which a couple months ago we all know in here would have been 10-22. So we've gotten better there. Offensive rebounding, we got a bunch of opportunities there. Additionally, and then Jabri was probably the biggest bright spot. Played with a lot of confidence. Did some really good things. Collectively, defensively, we weren't where we need to be in this league to be competitive. Can't give up 85 at home.
You have an opportunity to tie the game late there. Could y'all have executed that last minute any better than that? And was that the look that you were looking for out of the timeout?
No, you don't want your best shooter shooting a 30-footer off the bounce, of course. We could have executed maybe a little bit better. I thought Vandy did a really good job with Jordan Wright pushing Jabri, not pushing, I shouldn't say that word, with his physicality getting through that pin down. They guarded it well, but Jabri, to his credit, I thought he made a little bit of something out of nothing and had a chance to almost draw contact, and it almost went in, to complement the rest of the game that he played for us.
You knew Jabri as a recruit, right?
I'm sorry?
You knew Jabri as a recruit?
Yeah, Yeah, Mark.
How is he, in terms of the development of his game? I know what he can do offensively. How pleased are you with his progress, here?
Really pleased, and I had a meeting with him yesterday, or the day before. It all runs together, but here as of late since the Kentucky game, where we gave him some of that feedback. He's got a ways to. All these guys have a ways to go. I have a ways to go, and our program is built on growth. This is what we talk about as much as anything, on the court, off the court, and he's come a long way. He's arguably, since the first practice, our most improved player. I think his attitude's been really good, his work ethic. He's become a lot better defensively. He's become a good teammate, you know, and he's playing with a lot of confidence. Happy for him.
6 guys finished with 3 or more fouls. With your emphasis on defense, how hard is it to play good defense in foul trouble?
Makes it harder. It makes it harder.
What happened on the technical foul there, because they responded after that happened, I think scored 5 straight, after you were called for the tech.
We scored 5 straight.
No, they
did.
the Vanderbilt did,
Yeah, I agree. I
reclaimed,
think it was that way. What's your question? I'm sorry.
No, just about the impact that technical foul had on the game.
Yeah, obviously, if they scored 5 straight, it wasn't a very good foul on my part. Bad foul.
What was the message to the team after a game like this?
Opportunity we can take advantage of. Didn't quite respond to the second half interrupt the way that we could have with not the win or the loss, not the outcome. And I'm a big believer in that. Let's control what we control. Let's stay in the moment. Let's focus on the details of the game and the scouting report and playing off of 2 feet, making the extra pass and running to the corner. It's a split-second game. We have hundreds and thousands of split-second jobs, responsibilities throughout the game. And defensively, we just weren't quite as sharp as we've been, especially at home. In a lot of these home games, boy, we've really guarded at Ole Miss, really guarded against Mississippi State. And again, Vandy had a lot to do with that. That's what's tough with these, you know, especially coming off losses. You know, because you know, as a head coach, you think about all the things you could have done better, but you don't want to leave out the fact that Miles Studi just jumps up and makes 4. It's not like he was just wide open either. You know, we tried. We just got to be a little bit more sharp there and containing the bounce. You know, from Ezra, boy, he got to the rim in space pretty much at will. Getting to the foul line, Tyron Lawrence was terrific there. And they come in here against a team that's defended at a pretty high level at home, and they have 10 turnovers. So they were good.
What kind of stress does it put on you when Terry and Carrier both get early foul trouble, they have to come out of the game? What does that do as far as the offensive flow goes when those guys aren't kind of controlling it?
You know, it doesn't help you, of course, but that's not why we lost.
Sure.
Vanderbilt was better, but it makes you search a little bit at times, and we never. It seems like we didn't get into a great offensive half-court flow the whole game, yet we get 82, and you know, we had 9 threes, we shot a decent percentage, you get 15 offensive rebounds. Again, assist-turnover ratios improved, get 40 rebounds. We didn't defend them at a very high level. Didn't give ourselves a chance on that end.
One more question?
I know you guys are playing a lot of people. Is Jackson healthy, or is he just can't?
He's great,
Yeah.
absolutely, and he's a guy. Who knows? He could be in our rotation the next game. Maybe could have been today. Maybe should have been. You know, I myself evaluate as much as anyone after every game, especially losses. He's been terrific.